Hello and welcome to CSU Esports underscore CSU Vikes underscore GG. My bad. We've got a hot match today in Rocket League playoffs. CSU, one of our strongest teams traditionally, is the NIU, and we're gonna get started with things real quick right now. Here comes the kickoff. Orb takes it. Hawk regains control. We already have a demo. Lobo with the juggle. It gets intercepted. Nice holy work here from NIU. I keep wanting to say NYU, but that is not correct. Lobo wrestling for control of the ball here. And that's going to be the first score from Orb. Off to a good start here for CSU. Yeah, look at that. Right with the trunk. Kickoff number 2 coming in here. It's gonna be contact from Orb. Quick demo. Lob's going in for a quick goal. Doesn't quite make it. And NIU with control of the ball now. Falcon going in for the goalie work. Passing it off to Lobo. And Orb comes in, doesn't quite get the conversion though. Falcon passing it off, but it's intercepted again by Storm. Hawk with control of the ball, but Falcon pulls it right back. CSU setting up for a goal here. Oh, and it's barely not good, but it's going back in. Orb with goal number 2 of this game. What are your thoughts, Lobs?
I think Orb is pretty cool.
Kickoff number 3 coming in. Oh, and it's a weird one. Straight to the side. CSU with control of the ball. Taking it over to NYU side goal.
Hawk with the deny.
Orb and Falcon coming up here. Falcon gonna have to play some goalie work, keep this from coming in. Orb deflects it. Passes it off. Interception by Hawk. TSU staying on the offensive. Orb hanging back to try and do some goalie work, but he's coming in now. Oh. Barely saving it there by Sappy. And that's a goal from Lobo. Wow.
Congrats, Lobo.
Let's take a look at that replay. Wow, what an angle. Looks like it was pushed in by Storm.
Maybe it was.
Another kickoff. Oh, nice save there from Storm. That was almost a quick goal. Pretty much as quick as you can get in this game. Hawk going for the high fly ball. Falcon passing it off to Orb, but the conversion just isn't quite clean. It goes in anyways.
Oh my gosh. Falcon.
Wow.
Must be good with it.
The backflip from Falcon. Passes it off to Orb, and he comes back in, barely taps it in right past the defending goalie. Wow, what a play.
Are you gonna come back from this?
Who's to say? Demo right off the bat. Falcon coming in. No one really there to contest him. Just as I say that. Back on CSU side. Really rustling for control here. They're gonna get it. Just a little awkward midfield play right here. No one really able to get anything yet, but here comes Orb with the dealing ball, barely getting saved. But they're keeping the pressure on. Just doing their best here. Orb doing a little bit of a retreat, trying to play a little bit more defensive. Makes sense when you're up 4-0 with 2 minutes on the clock. And NIU here going for their first goal. Oh, but it barely doesn't go in. We do have a demo. No, Orb has control. Good goalie work there. And Lobo comes in for the score, doesn't quite get it. 90 seconds on the clock. Here comes Storm stealing the ball right out of Orb's hands. Or wheels, I guess. And now suddenly CSU's on the back foot in terms of positioning here. All the way back in midfield. Right past Storm. But into the hands of NIU. Scary position here. They're able to retake control. 1 minute on the clock. Here comes Hawk. Lobo going in for the high ball. It's stolen from him. "40 seconds on the clock here. This would be a miraculous comeback from NIU. Looks like Cleveland State might just be playing for time here. 30 seconds now. Sabby just whiffing the ball there. Oh, it just doesn't quite go in. Falcon with a narrow save. And that's going to be the countdown. I don't think there's any hope for a comeback now. The last second demo. The air ball. And yeah, they're just going to let that go in. That's 4-1 for the first game of this best of 5. We will be right back.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gents, here. NIU Huskies suffering a game 1 loss there pretty hard to the Vikings here. Orb flying up immediately with a good follow-up from Falk there.
Rustling for control of the ball here.
There it is. That's a good attempt there from Hawk. Lobo. God. Having lobs here just confuses me now. Lobo winning the 50-50 there. Getting a nice shot on goal there from CSU. Fortunately, that's a tight defense there from the Huskies. Learning their lesson from the last game, deciding to go for less aggressive plays and rotating back more quickly. Good focus on that will probably bring CSU into a different game this time. They're not going to have such an early lead like they did last game. What do you think about that, Livy?
I think it's definitely the way to be going. I think the aggressive style NIU was going for before just clearly didn't work out for him. I think CSU really thrives against opponents like that. I think taking it more defensive like they are now is a good thing, but CSU not going to let the pressure up just because of that.
I mean, we know Lobo is our hot shot next to Ciprocate with the crazy air dribbles. Falcon is our one-of-the-mill heavy defense person, and I mean, Orb is our back shoot when it comes to our roster, and oh man, that's very bad.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. But I mean, it's CSU. You know that they'll be able to get a score within the next 3.5 minutes.
All the way from the other goal.
Yeah, that was a nasty pinch there from Storm. And then Orb being what Ty hates me saying, but ball chaser. I mean, that's what the community calls it. They call them ball chasers for a reason. And that's just basically what they do is they just continuously keep presence on the ball, which is a nice thing to have on the team.
Yeah, definitely.
when it comes down to it, though, I think we should be focusing a little bit on Falcon and Lobo this game. They have been practicing some crazy tech together. One of the big ones that we saw last on the quarterfinals, actually, was Lobo and Falcon getting a pinch together in midair and launching the ball. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, just no one there to stop it. I don't think that was even a goal attempt. I think that was a pass.
That was just Lobo pinching it against the wall and it went in. That's what I was talking about. The pinches. You gotta watch the pinches.
Yeah. Kickoff number 3 coming in here. And it's gonna be CSU with first contact.
Orb getting a good 50-50 there, passing it off to Falk, who's in the corner. Unfortunately, not reacting in time to that. Unfortunate for CSU. They're still in the defense. They should be able to get out of this pickle. A misplay there from the Huskies, getting it sent back to midfield.
Passing it off to Falcon. Hawk with the intercept.
A good clear ball there from the Huskies. CSU Vikes here gonna try to regroup. Orb not quite getting the air dribble he was hoping to achieve there, and we're gonna be able to see Storm try to clear this ball here. Lobo contesting it, getting it centered field for Falk. Falk getting the strike off, unfortunately not getting to it. Lobo able to reset though, that's a good thing. A good little floor tech there we just saw from Lobo actually. Falk coming back in, Orb gonna be ball chasing here. Probably needs somebody to rotate back, good thing Lobo's back there now.
Stuff in the goal attempt right before it started.
Like I said, NIU Huskies have been strengthening their defense throughout the course of the last game, and now it's reflecting a lot in this game.
Yeah, we're at 2 minutes on the clock here and only 2 goals scored. That's half of what we had scored at this time last game. Falcon coming in with a tap.
Oh, Storm gets bumped there from, I want to say that was Falk bumping him. That was a crazy reposition there from Falk.
Quick demo.
Yeah, they're going to come back and get some revenge on that. That is a nasty steal from Lobo there.
Yeah, suddenly NIU's on the back foot in terms of positioning.
They're just not letting Falk play now. They're like, you want to bump us? We'll bump you too.
Yeah. Attempts on the handoff there. One not connecting, one not going in.
Fortunately, Orb losing that 50-50. Very tragic. Good save, though, right off of respawn.
1 minute on the clock. Scores 1-1, and that's going to be Hawk with a crucial goal.
I mean, that's a good rim shot there from Storm as well. Kind of setting it up, centering the ball there, getting it clean, ready for Hawk to come in from midfield after being rotated back for some boost. NIU Huskies, they've definitely found the strategy. Now CSU needs to adapt their own strategies in order to keep up, essentially.
Yeah, part of me wants to see them try out a more defensive play style, sort of trying to...
A Lobo with these wall pinches, though. Unfortunately, Storm gets there in time to win the 50-50. Here we go. Falk's going to be able to clear that ball. He's going to be off the wall, I think. He's going to be able to dribble it off to the side. Center ball there for Orb. Orb does not follow up. Sees the thing. Decides to rotate back. Smart. Getting the 50-50. I don't think that was Orb touching. I think that was actually Lobo touching there. That was Lobo.
3 seconds on the clock. They need this goal now.
They still have a chance. Overtime is going to be a big threat for NIU and CSU combined. But again, the ball does not... If the ball does not touch the ground, the round's not over.
That's true. This is going to have to be the attempt here.
Falk getting bumped there was really bad for his boost, though. He has no boost. He has to keep things up. Basically, nobody on either team really has boost. And that's just going to be Hawk letting the thing touch the ground, and that's it.
Yep. Game number 2 going to NIU. And just to correct ourselves, this is a best of 7, not a best of 5.
Yes. NIU taking that game means we can reset the score to 0-0 here, going into game 3.
We don't have a best of 7 overlay, unfortunately, due to how rarely they happen, but for this special little playoffs event here, we are wishing we had one.
Orb reconnecting for server priority. I think he was having a little bit of some lag issues there.
Can you explain server priority to me?
Rocket, okay, we're changing server priority here. So there's different server priorities. There's like Northeast and then Southeast in the Americas that we typically tend to play on. We also tend to sometimes play on the West Coast as well. So depending on how things feel for the players, in terms of online play at the very least, teams can request that they change servers for different server priority in terms of ping and different things to try to get teams together and have similar pings. So I don't know if that was CSU requesting it. It looked like it, considering Orb disconnected as soon as that last goal went in. But sometimes certain servers can be a bit laggier for other players compared to, even if they're in the same room. For some reason, it's just the netcode that Epic has.
Getting into game number 3 right here. Hot offense by CSU.
Orb. Surprisingly not doing as much ball chasing as we've seen him do in the past here. He's doing a lot more of the rotations back, which I think is what CSU is missing right now, is just somebody constantly providing ball pressure. Which, I mean, Falc's doing that plentiful right now. Just constantly bumping them. I mean, he's getting demoed for it.
Oh my god, it just rolls in.
That was a huge fake out from Lobo there. Watch this. He faked out a dribble.
God.
He faked out the dribble for Sappy, and Sappy fell for it.
What a play here to open game number 3.
Sappy was expecting a flick and just never saw it. That is like some severe mind games there.
Yeah, that's what I imagine is the walk up and down smash of Rocket League.
And then Sappy being a little bit upset, going after Orb right off the bat and just demoing him.
Yeah.
I mean, Orb wasn't even responsible for that. You should at least target the right person. All right, here we go. Storm getting this ball cleared here. Orb trying to recenter it. Nobody's rotated back for CSU. That could be a bit of a tight situation there.
Yeah, they're all on this ball.
That's a huge 50-50 to win if you're NIU. They can make something happen out of this, but Orb gets the fake out, passes it off to Falc. Unfortunately, not going to be able to complete that pass. Storm and Hawk getting together. And
yeah.
I mean, I think that was just a crazy... Was that a 50-50 or was that just a genuine pass?
Let's see.
That was just a genuine pass.
Wow. What a play. Great.
That looks like a 50-50 to me for some reason, but that, I don't know.
Yeah, great situational awareness there. Kickoff number 3 coming in.
All right, and here we go. CSU getting the good pinch. That's actually going to set up NIU for a good follow-up there since they had the priority on that side. Sappy going to try to, get demoed for trying to dribble the ball. Lobo with a nice fake out, and there's a Falc follow-up.
Yeah, CSU are angry.
They're playing with their food at this point. They started bringing out the big cards that Lobo and Falc have been practicing together.
Yeah.
And there it is.
The question is, you bring out the big cards this early into a set. Remember, this is a best of 7. Start
Yeah.
wondering if your hand's going to run dry by the time you get into the later games.
Lobo and Falc have so many tricks up their sleeves. I mean, like, if things get stale, you just go back to their bread and butters, which is Lobo just air dribbling and Falc setting up like the way he is for follow-ups. We could see Lobo get a bicycle kick, unfortunately contest the 50-50. I would say that's a win for CSU, considering we do have Orb to follow up, but Orb loses the 50-50 there, unfortunately not able to get airborne quick enough.
Ball getting intercepted by Storm, passed off to Hawk. That's all the way to the other side of the court now.
It's a huge 50-50 for CSU actually being able to punt the ball out of there. In either direction, doesn't matter. Orb getting some huge ball pressure here, resetting things to CSU's side. And they just let him walk it in. Where was their defense that whole time? There's Hawk.
Man, it just rolled in. Just off the side.
Did Hawk have no boost? That had to have been that. Hawk had to have had no boost there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for NIU Huskies. That would have been a crazy play from Falc there if that actually went in. All right, here we go. Off the ceiling here, we're going to see Storm get a good attempt at an air dribble. Unfortunately, no follow-up second touch there. Falc wanting to get the pinch off. Unfortunately, does not get it. Orb with good ball pressure. Hopefully, CSU can make something happen with this. I think they're going to just reset, though.
taking it back to midfield.
Falk getting a good 50-50 contestation. Unfortunately, nothing happens. Orb with a good pinch with Storm, winning the 50-50 there. Gonna be able to center field it for Falk. Falk gets it off the ceiling. Orb keeps it in play for their offensive rather, not aggressive. Sappy and Hawk with a pinch there.
Yeah, really impressive stuff, but
Falk's going for a floor pinch. Never mind, he's gonna pass it off to Lobo actually. He's gonna get demoed, fortunately. Lobo trying to go for a pinch, unfortunately gets hit and pushed out of the way there.
big aerial play here. Oh, and all three players going for it and all missing.
You just gotta love when that happens, because they just all hit each other. That's just in.
That's just in. Wow. 5-0 here. Minute on the clock. What a game here.
Or just said yeet, and it went in.
Yeah, that wasn't even Orb scoring. The ball just did that. Kickoff number 6 coming in here. Slow start, but Hawk's gonna apply some pressure. Almost the immediate goal, just degrees off.
Got a little bit too greedy there, I feel. He definitely triggered that too fast. He might actually pay for it. Sappy coming in to save it. That was almost an own goal. That was almost an own goal.
Oh my. And that's going to be the goal attempt from Falcon.
That's in.
And no! Oh, there we go.
That's in. I told you, that's in.
Wow.
NIU overcommitted to a situation, and unfortunately, Sappy was the only one rotated back. And yeah, no. There is no way nobody from NIU was coming back to save that ball.
The visual in this game for partial entry into the goal is very cool.
Falk with the fake out. I wonder why Orb reset that there. I wonder if they have a plan or something. Yep, they do absolutely have a plan. I think they were just rotating back for some extra boosts for Lobo there to make something happen. The crazy fake outs from Lobo. What is happening with these fake outs today? Unfortunate for CSU, that's not a 7th goal for this game.
Orb, 10 seconds on the clock. I'm just waiting for the timer.
There we go. That's basically the end of the game here. CSU is just going to let the ball touch the ground. That's a crazy pinch 50-50. And there it is. Game number 3 going to CSU there. 27 cars bumped. Lobo, what is going on?
Traffic cops hate this man.
I mean, for once we're seeing Lobo not going for these crazy aerial plays and instead just going for actual defense. He has been the one rotated back the most here so far this match.
Indeed.
I feel like that's normal for somebody who focuses a lot on air dribbling and airplay, though.
Yeah.
You tend to get a lot of rotations back trying to wait for a good setup.
Getting straight back into things here. Or not.
We're waiting for Orb again. There he is. There we go. Falcon getting the contestation off of the 50, or not the 50-50, but the dribble from Sappy there. Or bicycle kicking it back into Lobo after getting repositioned.
Little scuffle here.
A little bit of lazy plays here for both teams, I feel. A bit sloppy on both the offense and the defense from both teams.
That's going to be the goal attempt here, not quite. Falcon misses the attempt to push it back in.
That is actually pretty dangerous for CSU. Nobody was rotated back. Nobody has boost at this point, really. I mean, Lobo's the only one with boost here. We're going to see a corner pinch there from Lobo. If that wasn't actually a pinch, that was just probably a pass attempt. Unfortunately, it got cleared. Huge reset there from Orb. Lobo's going to be able to get it off this corner. Fortunately, losing that to Hawk there.
The goal attempt. It's gets reset.
Here, I hope. Okay, that's... they were expecting a 50-50. I think that's what Lobo was going for there.
The timer keeps taking no scores on the scoreboard yet.
CSU hitting pretty hard here. Almost everybody was center field there. Hawk's just going to be able to basically pass it off to Storm there. It's a good center ball. No follow-up from Storm, though. I feel like that was a bit of an over-eager play.
Yeah. All the way back on the other side of the court now.
They're getting very strong with their defense, and just as I say that, they mess up big time. That is a bad whiff to take. As soon as I say that their defense is very strong, but their offense has gotten sloppy, all of a sudden NIU just whiff super hard and just give the ball to Falk, who's just sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah. 3 minutes into the game, or 2 minutes into the game rather, only 1 point scored. Much slower than the last game we saw.
Yeah, I mean, compared to game 1, this is also just very slow, and I think NIU just coming back to that heavy defense.
They saw it work out in game 2, they eased off in game 3, and they saw how that went, and now they're just dialing it back again.
Fortunately, this focus on defense is creating a whole lot of space for CSU to take on their own defense. I think it's making NIU's offense very sloppy.
That's it back.
Good 50-50 to the win there. Oh. Unfortunately, does not get the follow-up. A little bit late on that. Orb's going to try to reset for Lobo to follow up here. Sappy coming in to get the ball out of harm's way.
Yeah, that's a big play for NIU here.
Huge save from Orb, though. Crazy pinch. Not going to make anything come of it, though. I feel like that was a little bit of a necessary play to go for, but it's going to set up Storm for a shot on goal. Falc's going to be able to easily contest that, though. Going to be able to dribble it off into the thing. Sappy's going to defend. We're going to see Orb waiting to contest the ball. Sappy... Is Sappy okay? Is NIU okay? They're just whiffing all of a sudden.
Nerves, man. It's playoffs. Here comes Orb. Taking it right past Sappy and Storm.
Like I said, just having that ball presence is good. I mean, look at how easily he just walked away with that ball and reset things for his team. Falcon with the 50-50s over it. Almost getting a deadlock there. We've only seen a deadlock once on stream, and that happened last year.
That's such a funny mechanic.
It's not a mechanic, it's a community thing.
But, like, I feel like one of them should go somewhere, you know? 60 seconds on the clock here, 1-0. We'll see if NIU is able to tie this, potentially take it to overtime.
If they can take it to overtime, that could be huge for them in the situation, bringing the score back up to 2-2. But, I mean, as soon as CSU gets that game, fourth point, though, in terms of the games here, it's going to be all over for NIU Huskies. I mean, all CSU has to do at this point is play super defensively and stall, and it looks like that's basically what they're doing here. Never mind! Orb going for... ball? Ball not balling? Excuse me?
By that time, it actually just did that.
That should have been in. That should have been in. Knowing this game and having commentated just about every Rocket League game since last year for CSU, that should have been in. The angle of his car and everything, dude. That Orb just got cheated of that moment. I feel so bad for him.
And that's going to be game number 4 going to CSU. 3-1 lead. They only need one more to take it.
Ball hog. Look at that Orb with the ball chaser. The ball chaser that he is.
I'm not used to Face ID either, man. Don't worry about it. Waiting on Orb to ready up here. Looks like we're not getting another server priority switch.
Most likely not, unless Orb's still unhappy with their ping. I don't know how, because they're literally right next to each other in the lab here. Orb has 4 more milliseconds of delay than the rest of his team. Oh, never mind. Fox just matched him now. We do have crazy good Wi-Fi here at CSU.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I don't think they're using Wi-Fi, right?
They're using Ethernet, yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, Ethernet, sometimes you can, like, at home at least, when I play this game, I get like 24 milliseconds of ping.
Yeah.
What?
We have good.
We have good internet here, yeah.
Okay.
The producer says X'd out.
I know.
Man, you ever think about how crazy press F to pay respects was when it first dropped?
Oh, yeah.
That was
Press
a
B to
game
blow was a
changer.
classic, though. Markiplier, where are you? Where have you gone,
Probably
my friend?
in America somewhere.
Hawk immediately going for aggressive plays here. There it is.
Oh my.
God.
Falk even changed his goal thing.
That's insane.
How do you
Sending
have
a message?
Yeah, how do you have time to just change everything about the way your card looks? He's gonna haunt their nightmares.
10 seconds into the game, by the way.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I don't know why, but teams just like to let CSU have the first goal a lot.
Because we're goated. Oh my god. Another 10 seconds, by the way.
What is Falk on right now? What is happening?
69 miles an hour.
I know I call him the sharpshooter of CSU's Rocket League team, but like, calm down a little bit there, bud.
Here comes CSU to kick off. Pick them.
Alright, here we go. CSU a bit sloppy on the defense after having 2 close games. I think they're all giddy and just laughing it off right now.
Indeed.
If they let Falk do that again.
Aerial
Lobo-
demo.
Yeah, Lobo getting demoed for contesting that 50-50, unfortunately. CSU still won it, though. Unfortunately, being 1 player down, they don't really have anybody to truly follow up on that. Oh, Lobo almost getting demoed again.
Oh my.
Good positioning by Lobo, actually, I feel. I feel like if he wasn't there, they would have gotten a goal.
Yeah, definitely. Comes Lobo with the dribble. It gets intercepted.
Yep, unfortunate. Doc's gonna try to reset there. Everybody's gonna get their boost that they need, and CSU's gonna be in the limelight here. Center ball here, Falk! They're just giving Falk all the goals at this point. This is like feeding somebody in League of Legends.
They turned on the heavenly restriction. They can only score with Falk now.
Honestly, if anybody on the team is listening, please Falk be the only one who scores. I know that would be like terrible BM, but
Yeah, maybe don't encourage that.
or trying to get the pinch unfortunately fails it.
You know?
That
Oh
is
my-
a huge follow-up. What just happened?
Is it over?
It's over for NIU.
I mean, they have a lot of time to work with. That's the thing about these crazy early
Yeah,
game
but you're
leads.
also talking about Lobo and Falk, and like their defense is not something to shy off at. And then Orb just, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, Ty, ball chasing.
You leaned into the mic and everything. You needed him to hear that.
It's the proper term. That's what the pros say.
Is it now? That might just be in. Yeah, no one there to stop it. Falcon with his.
Falk is quite literally just has them so nervous with this goal change because he had the phase 1 beforehand. We saw it every game beforehand. He was running the phase goal shot. He changed this just to haunt their nightmares. And this is CSU letting whoever gets the finals know that we're coming for you. We're coming for that placard. You will not be winning NECC this year. No, that is the Vikes winning this NECC this year for the Rocket League. For I want to say the 2nd year in a row.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go here. Yeah, it looks like CSU's slowing it down a little. Just as I say that.
I'm just hoping we see Radford in the finals here, because that's the big team that CSU is basically rivaled with in terms of the seeding here.
I see. Would be a fun match to watch.
Hawk trying to make it across the contest this year. Unfortunately, Storm... Actually, I shouldn't even say unfortunately, because Storm's on Hawk's team.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't have gone in anyways, but...
Oh my god. Can we get a replay on that? That looked like a rollback. Oh my, from downtown. What happened here?
Orb kind of just stole that from, I want to say Lobo there, wasn't that Lobo? He barely even touched the ball.
Yeah, 6-0 here, 2 minutes on the clock. Oh my. What do you even do here if you're NIU? I think you just be happy you took a game.
I mean, just be happy that you got the semifinals. That's top 4. You're at least seeded guaranteed 4th place in the NECC, which is a big achievement.
Yeah. Very impressive to get this far.
I did just get word that Robert Morris University is the final team. The team that made it to finals that we will be seeded, or basically fighting against. Which, considering it's not Radford, I think we win this.
We'll have to tap in. Right past Hawk into the goal.
Falk just winning it, man. It's just, that's...
7-0.
5 of those goals are just on Falcon of itself. I mean, what are you gonna do? Lobo's just been playing in the net the whole game, basically. He's been playing back, been playing midfield, been playing net. You have no opportunity to score, and Falcon and Orb are just on the ball constantly. There's Lobo maybe going for a play here. Never mind, he does not get the pinch he was going for, unfortunately.
It's just so hard. That's going to be the pass from Hawk to Storm there. 1 minute on the clock.
That was an own goal. That was an assist. That was an assist from... That was an assist from... Was that Hawk? Yeah, that was Hawk assisting Orb there. Hawk with the GGs prematurely. He knows he messed up.
Man.
Oh.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
A Falk trying to own goal. We all saw that. We all saw that.
Felt bad. And that's gonna be... No? Saved.
Surprisingly saved from Storm. Good 50-50 from Orb there. Gonna see Lobo pass it back, though. There we go. Wow. Giving Hawk a goal. Okay, he's redeemed now for that.
The comeback starts now.
They have 35 seconds to make 7 goals. Apparently, RMU beat Radford 4-1, so now I'm a little bit scared because Radford was seeded to take, I want to say, first place in this, and we were seeded for 2nd.
If CSU just stopped playing, would NIU even have enough time to make that many goals?
Yes, because the timer doesn't start until somebody touches the ball.
That makes sense.
What happened? What happened? At this point, I don't think so. Because I think it's 3 seconds for travel, most likely, on average. I don't understand how that happened. I feel like NIU just gave up.
Can you blame them? Nice demo. Off camera.
Alright.
Overtime goal? For the fans?
They want to go overtime?
Come on, CSU!
That's going to be it for tonight's game. CSU winning 4-1 against the NIU Huskies there. Definitely a good team, I feel. The only thing I would say they need to really work on is, honestly, their defense is very strong when they try. Their offense can get very sloppy sometimes.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's mostly communication. I feel like that's the major thing that they're missing there. Because I think that's where that sloppiness was coming from, was that they just weren't coordinated.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you everyone for tapping in. We will see you in NECC Finals.
Yep, next week I will not be here. Hopefully somebody will pick up the slack for finals here. But I have been Xandit here with Livy and Lobo producing. He was also here.
Not Lobo. Not Lobo. Lobo was playing.
Lobs. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Just call him Javi.
Javi, yeah. I gotta get used to calling you Javi.
Lobo's here.